So the Ctan and Nnqf have called for this press conference because we received a letter from the Higher and Technical Education Department from the Nagaland Civil Secretariat. Now, we wanted to talk about this notification as well as the forestry recruitment issue. So I will just highlight the points under this letter. Now, in this letter, notification dated 2nd July 2025, they have informed us that 34 assistant professor posts have been requisitioned for advertisement. Then, they've also talked about how the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. Then there is also the mention of new post creation of 129 posts. Now, all of this will be dealt with in detail. I want to first emphasize on the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned. Now, they have mentioned that 34 assistant professor posts from humanities, commerce, and science have been requisitioned. But there are no details regarding the distribution of the subjects. We don't know which subjects are going to be requisitioned. We don't know which subjects are reserved for the PWPs and the PTs. And we also don't know, and we want to ask this question, if these are new post creation or if these are other types of vacancies. We had asked to meet them, but they said they could not meet us, so we would like to throw out these questions. So first, with regard to the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned, we wanted to know which subjects are going to be requisitioned, the distribution of the subjects, as well as the nature of the posts, if these are newly created posts or some kind of other vacancies. Then they've also mentioned that the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. So we also wanted to ask the department, so what happens to this 147? They've mentioned it's null and void, so what happens to them? That's the question we also wanted to ask. Then regarding the 129 posts, Kakeko will fill us in.
Regarding this 129 posts, I would like to give a brief status and then some queries about this 129 new creation status. Earlier, the government denied to give this 129 new creation to us, but from our RTI, prior to just July 2 government new proposal notification, we have received an RTI regarding 129 posts, and then which have been clearance on 2023. So from this 129 new creation posts, there are 4 sections. As per the RTI we have received, for arts and commerce stream, there are 31 vacancies, 31 assistant professors. For science stream, 69. For newly established college, Mongkalemba Arts, 11 posts. For newly established college at Wangchin, Science, 18. So this is the government proposal, earlier proposal that they have been already created 129 posts. But now the government have again come up with a new notification. They have sent a proposal for this manpower rationalization committee for proposal for creations of 129 new posts of assistant professor under higher education. So here they have mentioned 7 sets of post creation. So we just want to ask the government, what are this set of section, whether they have followed or whether they comply with this earlier 129 posts, that same set of rules have been followed or not, because they didn't give any clearance or any details from this newly regulated this rationalization post. So from our side, we just want to demand the government to approve this proposal at the earliest for the convenience of the aspirants, since we have fight enough and then we have struggled enough. So it's a high time for the government to look up these grievances and take a necessary action at the earliest. That is our demand, and that is our appeal to the governments of Nagaland. Yeah.
I just want to add to the 129 post. The information that has been shared is from the RTI that we have filed. So they have informed us that 129 assistant professor post is in the process of creation, but we don't have any details about it. So we want to know, which subjects are being requisition, we also want to know if the librarian posts are included there or not, because many subjects have not been advertised for a long time. So we're also demanding for, say, a public display of all the 129 posts.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank all of you for always being supportive. I will see. We gave an ultimatum on 9th of July 2025, and the last date of the ultimatum was 12th of July. We gave an ultimatum requesting them to send the requisite post to NPSC. So on 11th of July, we got a reply from the department saying that they have requisitioned 34 posts, which the copy we have already received. And again, my two friends have already said, they also mentioned that they are proposing for the post creation of 129. So in order to be very clear with what is happening regarding this 147, we wrote a letter to the HOD, to the ex-officio. In our letter, we just requested them whether we can have a sitting together with the HPC or with the department to really get clarification regarding this. But we got a reply yesterday saying that they won't be able to meet us. So in this regard, what we want to request them is, since 34 is already sent to NPSC and 129 is post creation is under process. So what I want to request the HPC, the Manpower Rationalizing Committee to expedite this process. So moi kulimon tagado bala side padu clear as de one is na ultimatum this year to ultimatum dina 12 talk to reply na this will do man action lo itu thai to nam will we date 11 day reply by say 34 posts jajibna. That's why we did not go for any further agitation also. Will we 29 posts to under process ase kwado moi 129 aya to 129 posts to post creation garne under process ase kwado moi itu committee hangi request golumon thakado students kange aro bishi dictar na dijana at the earliest post creation kuri aro to post creation kuredo it should be sent to NPSC. And from our side we want to be very clear that even if the department and the government is not willing to sit and talk with us, don't think that we have left. When is now 129 to NPSC din na job talk to restless it we want to make a very clear message to the government. This is regarding the higher education. Now I want to talk a little bit about the recent forest guard examination also. So tade when ekta question department ji hudi ulimon tagaro amane I want to ask the government, since we don't trust the departmental exam, we demanded for NSSB, and now it is already being implemented. NSSB conduct exam, and that's how people are recruited. Why are the department like forest, excise, and police? Why this post does not fall under the purview of NSSB? First question to that. Aro, say example like. I also want to question them. Example like ranger la post condition it goes to NPSC. That I don't deny. Only when it comes to driver la post, LDA computer assistant, stenographer la vacancy, asubulta forest department. So how do they recruit those posts? Tani to bikina recruitment kure moi to be jani because moi Google the search kure actually forest guard la only forest department la advertisement do bahi na pai. Na prior to this forest guard la do tahi na pai itu bi tan kiman sal extend guna this year kanta kurese na. So itu question moi hudi ulmun thaka tange aro tan kina kure itu vacancy and ina na rakhi no like contract la backdoor la chance hai jo today moi department hi kuli mun thaka do departmental exam kure gule phat advertise kuri নহলে NSSB de pathai gule NSSB de pathai gule example stenographer grade 3 duita ase driver charta ase LDA kam computer assistant 18 ase aro forester 1 du 26 post ase forester 1 to forester 1 mane duita stars do aro tahal service rule hisab te forester 1 mi direct recruitment pare so it to be advertised I want to tell them aro the other day I made an appeal to the one of the high-ranking officials in Forest Department. There are 11 more vacancies as of now of this forest guard. Nah, so why not you include this as addendum? 154 posts 8 kuri divi 11 do I requested. I don't know whether they took it seriously or not. Will we 11 do vacancies? Another 11 is going to be vacated in the next few months. By December do 11 retire hule ase. So why I'm saying this is Forest Department la see the reason that the official gave me is next advertisement dihi kuro 11 vacancy ando hului kwanisina we never know when will the vacancy come up again. So I'm requesting the department to add all those 11 do aro clear ase 11 do aro be by December to 11 June aro retire hule ase mane what I'm trying to say is Forester 2, Forester 1 can retire hule ase to forest guard to promotion pau to na senior gun. That's why vacancy create hua ase. To itu garde moi ki ko department ke itu request kole mon ase kwa. Aro at the same time see lots of rumors nali doubt are going around. Itu paper leak huise bana ki kina. So will be in one of the interview with the officials by one of our media friends na tai kutha kwatam de tai wa clearly gina sudo for clarification if you want to see your marks write in RTI sudo na so I want to make an appeal to all the aspirants if you are doubtful write in RTI aro nijor la mark to sagi if there is some problem see 23,000 is not a joke if there is a mane backdoor only recommendation but don't give chance to those people. I'm talking based on the reply given by the department official. RTI TV marks the cow clearly. So based on that, if you are doubtful, RTI likhibi aro kiba ekta problem hoise public is always there to support your cause. Yeah.
Further, you are not going to agitate. You are just making an appeal to the government.
Agitation practically babylon agitation it's not a joke na mala physical भी पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा इतना भी recover होना है तुलारो तो will be condition at least they have done something to na requisition a lot to पता है ना so we cannot be very stingy also.
But in comparison to the 147 posts, 34 is very less, you know. If they created 147 for the need, then why just 34? That is the question again. You know? So we're not saying that we will not agitate or that we will agitate also. If the need arises, we don't know. Maybe, you know, based on what will happen. You know,
see, in short, we have some strategies in our mind, but that cannot be shared now. We already have our backup plan now. What to do if they don't reply in time? Only that cannot be made public now. It is.
And apart from the agitation, we have been doing a lot of poster campaign and video campaign on the social media platform. So those are some of the things that we're doing right now.
Yes, sir, like you mentioned that you have demanded for like 1 to 10 kind of position. So have you given them any stipulated time or by this time you have to do so and so?
No, See, Made, we wanted to be very clear, so we wrote a letter requesting the department and the government to at least have a sitting with us because there are a lot of doubts, like she's mentioning now. They did not agree now. So more than that, power day say now man meeting group.
So sir, if your demands are not fulfilled, then so how far are you willing to go?
See, man kyo ekta kurje charule na kurje tu is last of javale hai to only condition post creation phat kru NBC phat pathami tu lai is patoro.
And then the 129 that you're mentioning, they have just told us that it's in process of requisition. So we can also So you will also have to wait for them for a while. But the question here is, they've mentioned 7 sets, no? So what are those? Are those categories? How many subjects are there, right? Because in the 147, subjects like sociology, history, economics, it's had a lot of seats, a lot of posts. No? So are they putting more focus on those subjects that are required? That's something that we want to know right now. But requisition can take its process, but if they can display the information to us, the distribution of the subjects, if the librarian post is also included or not, those are the things that we want to know right now.
See, actually, 147 though, tadi librarian la post bhi thakise 3 ta na, if I'm not mistaken. Will we this time la dero librarian la nairo? It only those things to clear na, every who they didn't agree what to do na.